As someone who has already taken a life, the scheming Maggie might seem like a strong candidate for the mystery corpse that Betsy Swain will discover. However, killing off the interfering matriarch would be a huge mistake for the show. There are other far more expendable characters on the street, such as child sex offender Megan Walsh and abusive partner Theo Silverton, who currently appears to be the viewer's favorite choice to die. That reaction is a credit to the actors' performances, as they have successfully made audiences loathe their characters. In contrast, Maggie, portrayed with great skill by veteran actress Pauline McLynn, divides opinion among viewers. It is true that many years ago she escaped punishment after accidentally causing the death of her husband Alan, and she constantly treats Eva Price, who hopes to marry into the family, with clear hostility. She can certainly be unpleasant at times, but compared to some of the other names mentioned, she has not yet crossed into outright villain territory. As long as the writers avoid pushing her into being evil simply for the sake of it, Maggie has the potential to become a memorable figure on the cobbles. Linking Maggie's 65th birthday with the soap's own anniversary celebration was a clever move, highlighting how her energetic personality has already stirred things up at the Rover's return and across the street. This is the same woman who, upon arriving, compared Eva's attempt at running the pub to a funeral gathering and mocked staff members Glenda and Sean by likening them to a puppet act before loudly taking charge of the place. In classic Coronation Street fashion, Maggie immediately asserted her authority and expected everyone else to fall in line. Her sharp remarks, including lines like, "I don't have time for headaches. I can't afford that luxury," bring humor during the show's darker plots, and prove she carries the same fiery spirit as legendary residents such as Ina Sharples and the brutally honest Blanche Hunt. Those iconic women were famous for their love of gossip and their willingness to speak their minds without restraint, and Maggie clearly belongs in that same group of outspoken personalities. If the show decides to write her out through death, it would squander the chance to develop a character who could easily become part of the soap's core identity. With the outspoken Evelyn Plummer appearing only occasionally, and longtime characters like Gail, Eileen, and Jenny leaving the program, Maggie is also filling the gap for older female figures on the street, something she herself jokingly acknowledged. Rather than fading into the background, Maggie has already created memorable moments, including faking an injury after a ridiculous fall, teasing Chesney about his outfit with a reference to the Thunderbirds' motto, and firmly blocking Lauren from dating her grandson Ollie because she disapproves of the young mother trying to live a life beyond raising her child. Her attitudes reflect the kind of outdated opinions that still exist in real life, making Maggie the latest traditionalist voice in a genre that prides itself on realism. Despite her domineering behavior, there is far more depth to her character. Maggie is flawed but multidimensional, something clearly shown through her deep devotion to her son Ben as well as her grandsons Ollie and young Will. An early scene provided a softer side to her personality when Asha Alahan was struggling with her mental health, and Maggie offered heartfelt advice that encouraged her to seek help. Moments like that demonstrate her underlying kindness and should not be overlooked. Having already made a noticeable impact during her first appearances, Maggie could easily build meaningful relationships with other residents, which would help both the community and the audience warm to her. A sincere friendship could tone down her harsher edges while still preserving the strong-willed personality that defines her. There is also a major secret still waiting to be explored. Maggie once had a relationship with Jim McDonald, whose death has recently been revealed, and it turns out that he is actually Ben's biological father. It would feel like a missed opportunity if Maggie were killed before this dramatic revelation plays out, especially now that the Driscoll family is becoming more important within the story. Viewers deserve to hear the full story about Maggie's past with Jim, particularly since flashback dialogue suggests that she was once deeply in love with him. And considering her younger son Finley, witnessed the moment she pushed his father down the stairs to his death, it seems likely that the show is preparing for new arrivals and a dramatic confrontation linked to that dark secret. Coronation Street has always thrived thanks to bold and domineering characters like Maggie. Hopefully she avoids a premature exit and continues to represent one of the soap's greatest strengths, a fearless and unyielding matriarch. Shocking scenes on Coronation Street are set to reveal Megan Walsh as a pedophile. The teacher has been secretly involved with her student Will Driscoll, forming a controversial storyline on the long-running ITV soap. Will moved to Weatherfield with his family last October, and it quickly became clear that Megan was his athletics coach. But their connection went far beyond training sessions. Eventually, Megan relocated permanently to the area, secured a position at the local secondary school, and even started dating Daniel Osborne as a way to cover up her illicit relationship. Meanwhile, her affair with Will, who turned 16 last December and is currently expecting a child, has continued behind closed doors. A new dramatic trailer for upcoming episodes hints that her secret is about to unravel completely. Teenager Sam Blakeman has already pieced together what is happening between Megan and Will, and he will soon experience a hospital stay where Megan manipulates him, saying, "You've been a very naughty boy, haven't you, Sam?" Sam subsequently confides in his stepmother Leanne, and Will's stepmother Eva also soon learns the shocking truth. Will's father Ben reacts with fury, declaring, "My son has been abused by a sexual predator," while Eva insists that Megan will be brought to justice. The show's executive producer recently described the storyline as an essential story to tell, highlighting its importance. She explained that the narrative aims to be as realistic as possible, with Sam becoming deeply entangled as he starts to notice troubling behavior. The producers will explore the extreme lengths Megan goes to in order to manipulate Sam into silence, which will have serious consequences for his well-being. For Megan's actress, the role marks her first television appearance, although she had previously auditioned for other parts on the soap. She revealed that the casting team had noticed her performances in various drama school productions, keeping her on their radar for future roles. Reflecting on her audition history, she admitted she had tried out twice before for villainous characters, including the role of Lauren, which ultimately went to another actress. Earlier this year, her agent sent her a brief for the role of a pedophile, which she found both shocking and challenging, since the character is irredeemable and can be portrayed in extreme ways. After submitting a self-tape, she attended a chemistry read with other actors considered for Will's part, followed by an on-set audition at the Bistro, which impressed the production team. Prior to landing the role, she had been working as a skin clinic manager and recalled the emotional moment her agent called to inform her she got the part, describing her reaction as one of uncontrollable joy and tears. She admitted it had been a difficult few years since graduation, with thoughts of leaving acting behind, making this first TV role a timely and meaningful breakthrough. Coronation Street continues to air every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX.